Hey guys, my name's Jamie. I just wanted to make a little video on something that's quite personal to me, and I think some of you guys might actually find this quite interesting. You might be able to use it to help other people as well. I just want to give a little talk on mental illness, depression and anxiety. After the last year, personally, I've been having a load of ups and downs, and I wanted to give you guys sort of an experience of how people deal with these things, and that if you guys feel you're suffering with something, that you're not alone. I think the main point of this is I just want to get other people to understand that it's okay to feel the way you do. That has taken me so long to realise. A lot of the time it hits you in different ways. I mean, I'd be asking myself, why do I feel like this? Am I crazy? Do I generally have something wrong with me? It would be times when you'd want to go out with friends or something, and you're just there like, I really don't have the energy, and you really do feel like your life is slowly falling apart. For me, I struggle to keep my work, my friends' life, my private life, my college. I just really struggled to hold it all together. It just felt like all of that was just slipping through my hands, and for me that was something that was really hard to keep a hold of, because once one thing slips, you start then getting scared about that, and then the other thing slips, and it's just like a pile of quicksand. It all goes very quickly. You're no different from anyone else. I'm telling myself now, I am no different from anyone else. You are you. It doesn't define you by any means. You're Joe Blogs over there, and you do this. You're not Mr. Depressed. You're not Mr. Anxiety. Do what makes you happy. I find a lot of people, unfortunately, they will try and comfort you, and they will be like, oh, things are going to get better, or do this, it makes you feel better. And unfortunately for them, they don't understand. To tell someone who's depressed that everything's going to be okay is just like going, I really can't even think of a really stupid example, but it's just, I know those people are really good-hearted and they want you to feel better, but inside of you, you're like, if it was really that easy, I would have done it by now. That's what I think didn't help with me. It sometimes made me agitated when people are like, oh, don't think about it, or don't do something if it makes you depressed. It's like, well, I can't help but think about it. It's inside my head. It's like a cloud that's just in my head and would slowly take over to the point where I would really think some dark thoughts. And it's just not nice, really. It's very difficult to just live day to day. Like, you could just be chilling, walking to work or doing something, and suddenly you just get these thoughts in your head, and you're like, hang on a minute, I'm fine, I'm okay. Also wanted to point out, like I said, you're not the odd one out. People do feel like this, and it's hard because it's in there. If I turn around and broke my wrist, someone would go, oh, hey, here's a cast, you're fine, get well soon. But just because it's in there, some people think you're crazy. It's very, very difficult to deal with. And again, I just want to reiterate, I want to make this video because it's something that I feel I need to vent about. I need to let things out, and I want people to understand, as I say, how it feels, and I want someone to quite, be like, hey, I really understand. This is my experience of things. People do get affected differently. I found with me, sometimes it would come and go, a bit like a bipolar effect. I am not bipolar, but that's just how it feels. One day I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I'm really excited. I'm going to go to college today. I'm going to see people. I'm going to get on with my day. My life is great. Hallelujah. And then, who knows, within a few hours, suddenly I'm just like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. My life, it sucks. I'm nothing special, and I'll dig myself down even deeper to a point that I don't need to be in. And that's when you start this negative thought cycle that's very difficult to break. I found the one thing that I did have to do was take things at your own pace. Don't ever feel that, oh my god, I'm depressed, I need to get up and I need to, someone's relying on me, this. take your time. The last thing you need is to stress yourself out over yourself. Respect, you might have work, you might have jobs. Luckily for me, my job was really understanding about how I was and how I was being affected. My college, I can't even explain how people were so just understanding. I mean, sometimes I went into college and I cried, and I'm not a crier. This year has been, I don't want to say the worst for me, but emotionally it's been so weird. I cry over anything now, and I never used to be like that. But maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not, but it's me. This is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. You've just got to be proud of who you are. Never look down on yourself, because the worst person you can make an enemy with is yourself. Now, there's a lot of things that I practice to try and make myself feel better, and it's becoming who I am. I like to try and do yoga. I believe in spirituality. It gives me something to think about. It, question life. Don't just think, oh, I'm depressed, I'm some psycho weirdo, this is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. You're not some psycho weirdo. You're like that for a reason. It's like, I like to think someone out there in their head has the cure for cancer. They might not necessarily be the smartest people on the earth, but it's just what they know, We're all good at something. I'm not 100% what I'm great at, but do what you enjoy and make yourself feel good. Worry about everybody else after. As I said, you're not different. You need to question how you feel. Because it's all in your head, people go, oh, you're depressed, it's okay, you're depressed, oh, it's okay, take these, you're depressed. Stop thinking about it as depression and try and look on the bright side of things. It is really good to be like, right, okay, I am depressed, but don't make the depression you. Make it almost part of you, but not who you are. Example, my name, I'm Jamie, I'm not depressed, it's something that's inside. And we're back. Unfortunately, I don't actually have that great tech, so I do apologise about the lighting and everything, but hopefully I'm just trying to get from a one-to-one point of the important things. I will try and fix up the tech, but just the main thing for those people who are watching this because you want to help someone, you've got a loved one, you've got friends that you care about, and you think they're going through something. The first thing I can say to you is try not to pester them about it. Don't make them feel bad. Don't go, oh my god, I think they're depressed. Big deal. You need to try and approach them nicely about it and be like, hey, are you okay? I myself, I will admit I'm a bit stubborn, and sometimes I don't want to just be like, yeah, no, I'm totally not okay. I would be a bit like, yeah, no, I'm fine. My example I like to think of is when someone's like, oh hey, how are you? You alright? I think we all do it, but I would always answer it with, hey, yeah, I'm great, thanks, how are you? I'd never go, oh yeah, not having that great day, but things will get better or whatnot, how are you? I would always just be like, yeah, I'm fine. It's okay not to be okay. That's the one thing that I had to learn. And so for the people who, as I say, are watching this to people, you'll find they'll be very, I know I was very, before any of this happened, I was always the one that loved to go out and party. I would love to go and see friends. I was crazy. I was my own person. Slowly that sort of went to go downhill, and I noticed things about me that, like, oh, I like this music, but I don't like it anymore, or things that changed that I didn't like, and I was becoming this thundercloud. I was slowly letting that absorb me and take over my personality. I felt like a zombie. A lot of these things become, from tiredness. I struggle to think. I know someone who would always tell me off because I would never listen, and it's so hard because I do. It's not that I'm trying to be rude or ignorant. It goes in. I can hear what you're saying, but it goes through this fog and it gets lost, and I can sit there and go, oh my god, you've just said something, what did you say? I know it was important, and there's only a certain amount of times you can go, sorry, excuse me, what did you say? And it did cause a lot of problems, I find. as I said earlier, you need to look after yourself. Take small steps with it. You know, I've now accepted who I am. I go, do you know what? I'm happy. I'm not. Don't look at yourself as, oh my god, why am I always depressed? Because then you're then thinking about your depression. I can't even have enough time to talk about everything that I feel that needs to be said, but I just really wish that you guys, if you're watching this, you could spread this and share this around. This is some of the stuff I've said here is very personal. As I say, I've not really been open with a lot of things that I feel I should have been. And for me now, I'm looking at the next step of, you know, and without trying to sound like a negative dude, it's, do I now live my life understanding that I'm depressed? Will it go away? These are the questions that no one can really answer. I've spoken to, I think it's a psychiatrist, no, it's a brain doctor, let's put it that way, and the first thing everyone wants to do is be like, so doctor, when am I getting better? When am I going to be, good again? And I think that's really down to you and how hard you work at it. But again, don't stress. I find if I get stressed, if I push myself in a position I don't want to be in, I will collapse like a ton of bricks, and that's not really a good thing to be doing to yourself. You need the best things as well, friends, really close friends, hugs. It sounds really cheesy, but there's some times when I can just sit and think, I really need a hug. Please don't underestimate how much that actually means. Just knowing there's someone there, or even someone to listen. I found more of my anxiety side of things. Just, if you have someone talking to you, you don't have to be all like, hey, I don't care. For that person, that's their release. I talk so much rubbish in person if you knew me, but I think that's part of who I am, but that's my release. That's how I stop letting things get bottled up, and that's how I then stop getting depressed. I think the final thing I want to talk about would be people's insecurities. I'm very surprised I'm making this video. This is something I've had on mind to do for a while. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos, but I think what hit me is I really want to make videos that make people happy. Even if this video saves someone's life, makes them think, hey, do you know what? This guy has something to say and I'd like to hear what he has to say. We're kind of similar. Or even if I just help you think in the right direction. Just stay strong. It's not easy, I'm not going to lie to you, but at the end of the day, you'll find the people around you that will want to be around you, and things will fall into place. I found that for me, if you've got friends that aren't very positive, if they hate on you, don't like the way you are, get rid of them. You'll find, I can promise you, it might take a while, but you will get friends that will come into your life. People always come into your life for a reason, and people teach you things. There was a book I was reading about like positive thinking, which is so key. But please don't do what I did and then get lost in the whole positive negative thing, because then I was then not thinking about life. I was thinking about every choice and every decision. Do I say that? Do I do that? Will they think I'm being positive? Am I a positive person? Does that make me look negative? If you don't like something, feel free to go, do you know what, I don't like it. That's your opinion. But try it. As the hardest thing as well as a depressed person is try not to shove your depression on someone else. That is very difficult, but if you have friends and family that can deal with these steps and, dig at it with a pickaxe, take it tiny bits at a time, you will get there. You will really get there slowly. But yeah, it really isn't easy, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to people who know me in person. A lot of you guys have been there for me more than you think, and I just hope this sends a message. I will probably make another video a little bit more in depth or a little bit more planned. This was a bit sporadic, but I just really want people to understand that people just think, oh, depression, anxiety, I mean, I see a lot, I know it's a meme and it's meant to be funny, but I see a lot of memes about depression and anxiety, and I come to think now, like, damn, it's such a commonly used word that I even hear people going, oh, I'm depressed. It's like, you're not, if you knew what depression was, if you felt that little bit of it, you would really not even want to say that word. It's almost like locking yourself in a dark room with no lights on and just being like, cool, let's get on with my day. It will slowly get light because, you know, you'll adjust to it, but it's finding that light switch and flicking on that light. And I have a very positive Harry Potter quote, you might laugh, that kind of means a lot to me. It's I think it's from the Goblet of Fire, don't quote me on that, but it's literally, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. And that's really true. You need to be the one to turn that light on. You need to be in control of yourself, as hard as it is. Don't let anybody tell you you're depressed, you're anxious, what's good for you. You know what calms you down. You know those friends who are really there for you, and you can go into some really deep, crazy shit with them. They're the ones you need to hold close. But I think I'm going to leave it there because I have kind of lost track of what I did really want to say. But I said, sort of touched on what I wanted to get out there. Just wanted to, if you've watched this, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you guys could share it around or even tag people that you think might help, you know, you're not alone. No one's alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We're all in this world together. We're all on this journey, so why not make it a great one? Don't stop putting each other down. Feel great. I really hope that if you are feeling depressed, that the next day is the brightest day for you. Remember those days and don't forget them. Don't like think about the darkness and the rubbish too much. Think about your happiness. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is really taking some bravery for me. I'm sort of feeling like I'm holding back some tears right now, but I just hope this gets somewhere. You know, I don't expect to be a viral video, but I just hope this hits someone. I hope this, you know, shakes them into reality and hopes to make them feel better. So thank you so much. Yeah, it really means a lot. Thank you, guys.